It's Natasha with Big Rock Organics, and welcome to week 1 of our CSA. Oh my goodness, what a week it has been. Let's take you for a tour. I feel like this box is really beautiful and really diverse for being the first week. So we've got rhubarb. We grow the green variety of rhubarb, which everybody is always confused by. It's the heirloom variety. It tastes the same, it just is not bright red. So if you're wanting things to be a little bit more red, if you're making a jam or pie, I found a really good all natural food coloring that Whole Foods carries, and I put a few drops of that, or I cook it with a beet and then I just pull the beet out. But really, it's delicious. There'll be a recipe for some rhubarb muffins that we're kind of crazy about. They freeze beautifully, so you can stick them in the freezer and you can enjoy them anytime. But rhubarb is more often seen as a sweet sort of thing rather than a savory. But I've seen a few savory recipes out there too if you want to be intriguing. So the leaves are poisonous. Do not eat the leaves. We keep them on there just so that the stems won't dry out, but you want to eat this stem portion here. And it's tart, it's delicious. It is an old-fashioned flavor that those of you who know it, love it. If you haven't tried it, you're in for a fun discovery. All right, we have radishes. So, little known fact, radish tops are edible. You can cook them. They cook down like a spinach. There are a lot of greens in this box this week, and we include all the greens on like all of the root vegetables because you can use them or you can toss them, whatever you like, but we want to give you that option. So radish greens are edible. When you cook them, the slightly spiny texture will go away. And a lot of times with a radish bunch, I'll just throw it into a stir fry or something like that. Our radishes have a little bit of a kick to them. I marinated them in a lemon vinaigrette, and that was so delicious. I let them in that vinaigrette for maybe 10 or 15 minutes before tossing them on the salad, and that was really yummy. We have a couple different crops of radishes throughout the season, and it has been tricky because the weather has been really hot. Radishes are not a fan of hot weather, but we'll get as many radish crops in there as we can. All right, we've got scallions. Now, I like purple things, so we grow the purple scallions, but you can eat the entire thing, root, greens, everything. They are delicious. You use them in place of any onion in any recipe. The greens, I usually add those at the end of a recipe. The bottom part, I would saute. You can use them fresh, you can use them cooked. They are delicious. So those are scallions. We'll have so many different kinds of additions of onions throughout the season. We try to make sure that you have some sort of onion product in every box because I like that flavor in all my cooking. All right, we have spinach. Spinach is really fun because it condenses so quickly. You can think you have a ton of spinach and then you cook it down and you don't have that much. So this should be great to toss. We did a pasta this week with smoked Kalamata olives, spinach, lemon zest, a little bit of mushroom Alfredo sauce, and some chicken thighs that were cooked. It was so delicious. So cooked spinach is wonderful, fresh spinach is wonderful. If you're feeling over spinach, you can always saute it, a little olive oil, a little garlic, a little cayenne pepper, top it with some Parmesan. You can even freeze that and use it at any point in the season. So spinach is so versatile. If you're into smoothies and the such, that's a great one to use as well. All right, we have beets. These are a big, beautiful beet crop. We grow several different crops of beets. We've got the golden and the red here with some really luscious greens. I'm very proud of these greens. The greens are edible as well as the beets, and there's so many things you can do with beets. I like to roast my beets. Roasting brings out the magic. It makes everything delicious, and I usually do that in some parchment paper lined Dutch oven, about 450, 425 probably, and roast those up. Then I'll just kind of peel. The skin will just peel right off at that point when they're cooked. Chop them up, and then I love pickled beets, but you can have them all different ways, and they're great for you. They're a little bit sweet. The yellow ones are a little bit sweeter than the red. So yeah, let me know what you think about those. The greens, of course, are edible as well, and any of the greens, I do suggest to fold the greens and then rip the greens off of this rib here. And that way you're not going to get this tough rib in whatever you're cooking. You just want to take and fold your greens and then pull the greens off and leave those ribs behind. You can compost those and whatnot. So greens are delicious, sauteed, a little bit of balsamic reduction on there is a great flavor to pair with them. And again, so many greens. Don't be intimidated by all these tops that you can use. All right, we've got some of these beautiful salad turnips. I love these. They are like a crunchy sweet radish. It's like radish without the heat. They are not at all your grandma's turnips. They are really delicious raw. I sometimes will make pickles out of them, but honestly, they're great in a stir fry, saute, but I really love them raw. They're crunchy, they're sweet, and of course, greens are edible too. We've got lettuce mix. Now, all of our greens are fresh out of the field. Sometimes we will wash them, but most of the time they're going to come fresh and unwashed. So the best way to care for your greens is to get a salad spinner if you don't already have one. It's probably my most used kitchen tool. And you'll want to wash your salad soon after getting it. Then take and make sure it's nice and dry. If you don't have a salad spinner, just put it on a couple towels and lightly roll it up. And then I store it in some sort of container in the fridge with a couple paper towels in there to absorb some of the extra moisture. And like that, it'll be ready to eat and easy to get to, and it'll last longer. So any of the greens, that's a great way to approach them, and they'll last really long like that. We've been enjoying salads, and jar salads are so fun and easy to make, and we'll include some recipes for those because I like things that I can pre-make for a couple of days and just grab and go since we're so busy in the field and on the farm, and jar salads are a perfect answer for that. We got a couple of herbs, oregano. We've got just a really nice little delicate oregano bundle here. You can take and strip the leaves off. You can just hang this whole bundle upside down and dry it. If you want to use it later, you can take and strip some of the leaves off and stuff the stems crushed inside of a chicken if you're cooking it, want to add a little extra flavor. Oregano is so good in so many different things, and we've made, oh gosh, chimichurri sauce with oregano. We've done just any sort of, pasta, saute, whatnot. So that's a good one. We've got some chives, and like I said, we'll be trying to give you some sort of oniony thing. These are a little different than the scallions. They're more delicate. You can always chop these up and dehydrate them in the oven about low and slow, 170 degrees until they're, kind of dry. You just want to chop them up beforehand. But chives get sprinkled on everything this time of the year. They're just a really nice, delicate flavor. I would like to make a lot of egg bakes this time of the year, and chives go really well with eggs, of course. We've got some baby bok choy. I just have to give you a little scale with my hand. How cute are these, right? So the best thing to do, slice these down the middle in half this direction and add them into a saute, a curry, a stir fry. They are so cute this size, and I just love them. So trying those baby bok choys, pak choy, that you can see them written both pronunciations and both spellings. All right, last but not least, we have some sugar snap peas and probably an occasional snow pea. I don't know why those got in there, but these are all edible. They might contain a little string, so usually I'll just pop them off at the top and the bottom if there's a little string on them, but they're nice and sweet. Eat the whole thing. They'll probably not even get cooked. I usually eat these raw, but if you do want to cook them, I usually will just steam things about halfway, finish it up with a little butter and a sprinkle of sea salt, and they are delicious like that too. So this might be kind of stir fry week, seeing some of the different veggies here. So we hope you enjoy everything. We'll be having new and different items each week, as well as some of our favorites. Our flowers are still growing, but those will be coming usually in towards July or so. So be looking for those in the next month or so. And we are busy recovering from all the rain that we've had, trying to get the weeds and finish planting and all the different tasks at the farm here in these first few weeks of summer. So enjoy. If you have any recipes or ideas, send them our way. We'd love to hear what you're cooking in your kitchen. Bye!